Oh, oh, we're back. I'm back. I have not been consistent with producing content, and that I would like to blame for that myself because we have to hold ourselves accountable, right? Right. But if I was going to give an excuse, it would be that I'm tired. And I've talked about this before. I hate when people say they're tired. It's one of my pet peeves because we're all tired. Literally, everybody is tired. But I have been, man. I've just been tired. All I want to do is sleep. I think they call that depression. No. I mean, I feel like that is a symptom of depression. But I think that I'm just tired. I need to sleep more. It's one of those things that I find myself, I love sleep, but I can't sleep. Like I can't shut my brain off. And I love food too. And I haven't been eating as well. Oh my God, am I depressed? I'm not eating. I'm not sleeping. I'm just going to go ahead and stop myself right there because if my mom's listening to this, she's going to freak out. I'm not depressed very much. No, I'm fine. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. I am tired and I'm hungry. Well, no, I'm not hungry. I want to be hungry. I don't know. This is a horrible start. But we're back. And something new on the horizon that I'm trying out. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but this week I posted. Let me start by prefacing. Prefacing or prefacing? I think it's prefacing. Let me start by prefacing. I have always been a heavy sweater. So I've always sweat a lot, but mostly just on my armpits. Excuse me. And I'm getting tired of it. It's one of those things to where it's just I've accepted it, but I don't want to accept it anymore because I'm wearing, for those of you that are just listening, I've bought all these collared shirts so people will take me seriously in my professional life, and it's not working because I don't wear them a lot, and the reason of that is I put them on and 3 seconds later I'm sweating profusely and it just shows up so bad. And I feel like deodorant makes it worse. Hey, have you tried antiperspirant? Yes, I've tried antiperspirant. I've tried a lot of different brands and I just sweat. And I feel like deodorant makes it worse. So I posted on my Instagram story. If you're not already following me, it's @itsclaybird. I posted a story of my pit sweat. It sounds weird, but it was an excessive amount. Like it got worse too. Like it went down to my ribs. It was like, I don't know if it was the style or the fabric of the shirt or what, but I was sweating. And I posted it because I was like, wow, this is an ungodly amount. I've never sweat this much before. And so from that post, I had a few people like reach out like, oh my God, that's gross. And like, ha ha ha, I can relate. But one of my buddies, he reached out and he was like, dude, he sweats a lot too. And he sweat more than I do. Cause like if you go back and look at like any of his old pictures, it's just like pit sweat, pit stains everywhere. And so I knew that he could relate. And he was like, I tried this aluminum-free deodorant, and my first reaction was like, I didn't know that deodorant had aluminum in it. Is that a common thing to know, that deodorant has aluminum in it? But anyway, I didn't really look it up. I just took his word for it. It's like one of those things, like, someone can be like, hey, there's 20 billion stars in the world, in the universe. And you can be like, oh, okay, and you remember it, but if you see a sign that says wet paint, you're like, is it really wet? So this is one of those things I was like, I guess there's aluminum in deodorant. And I didn't look it up or anything. So, but what he said he did is he only wears deodorant once a week. And I was like, man, I can't do that. But then I got to thinking, I was like, man, if this really does have aluminum and God knows what else in it, that can't be good for you. Like throws off your pH or your something. It's got to throw something off if you're putting aluminum in your body. So I made a decision to I can't even say it. I made a decision to stop wearing deodorant. Not for good. Not for good. Don't freak out. But I'm definitely dialing back how much deodorant I use to see if it like helps regulate my body or what. As you can see, I'm still like I'm on I'm on day 2 of no deodorant and I'm still sweating. But this, I'm showing it to the camera. This sweat isn't nearly as bad as the previous sweat stains. I feel like this is a very vulnerable. No, this isn't vulnerable. I've said way crazier things than talking about pit stains. But it's like one of those things to where it's like it's embarrassing. Like I had to go to this well, I didn't have to, but I went to my first Chamber of Commerce meeting this morning. And that was kind of a trip. First off, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear a nice shirt, you know, people take me seriously. First off, I was, even with my nice shirt, I was by far the most underdressed person there. So that already like was in my subconscious, like, oh God, like people aren't gonna take me seriously. But no, it's fine. It's free breakfast. You know, you sit there. Those things are hella early, though. It was at 7:30. I was like, oh, my God. But anyway, I get there, and I have my jacket on, and it's cold as shit here. So, obviously, they have the heat cranked in this place. I was like, oh, my God. So, I took off my shirt, and I'm just like, oh, my pit stains. Because I could just, like, feel it. I could just feel, like, there's a certain feeling. You can just be like, oh, yeah, it's very wet under there. It's moist. It's soggy. It's nothing good. And I was like, oh, shit. This is day 2. I'm not wearing deodorant, so I'm going to stink. Let's see. Oh, definitely. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm definitely a little ripe. Yeah. But I feel like I can't smell it unless I, like, raise my arm up and put my nose into my armpit. But still, I'm going to quit doing it. Yeah, but that's weird. Well, no, it's not weird at all. It's actually the reason that they invented deodorant, because this is something that happens. You stink if you don't wear it. But yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna go. I mean, I've been showering, you know, so I wash the stink off every day. I mean, I say every day. I'm on day 2, so I get like a half a day, you know, without actually any odor. God, this is like the most hippie bullshit thing that I've ever tried. Yeah, if there are any hippies listening that have any like healing anti-sweat crystals that I could rub on my armpits and also align all my Mercury retrograde and shit, reach out, because I'm desperate to try anything to stop this sweating. Maybe I should have anti-sweat surgery. And that's aggressive. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to look into you know, some hippie style deodorant, you know, all natural, anti-aluminum, not tested on bunny rabbits, whatever. I'm gonna get some of that, but for right now, I'm just rocking it. I'm rocking it OG style. I might. Oh, you know, I just remembered patchouli. I feel like patchouli is kind of like licorice. Like, people either really like it or they really hate it. It is a weird smell, though. It's a pungent smell. And it's got a stigma to it. Like, if you smell patchouli, you're like, hippie. I used to wear patchouli. I went through who hasn't gone through a phase? I went through like a, I don't want to use the word hippie, but that's kind of what it was. Went through like a hippie phase in junior high and high school. And I was like, oh, yeah, patchouli. And, like, I would still wear deodorant and, like, shower and stuff, but I just thought it was cool to smell like patchouli. But maybe I'll get some more patchouli. Or is there another oil kind of like patchouli that doesn't smell like patchouli? I'm going to need your participation on this. Please reach out. And don't recommend to me just, like, be like, oh, have you tried Dove? Because I've tried I've tried all just like basic name brand deodorants, and they all do the same thing. They just make me sweat. They smell great, but they make me sweat. So if you have some like all natural or whatever recommendations, because I know that I'm not the only person with this problem. So if you're listening and you have some suggestions or a different essential oil other than patchouli, shoot them to me. Hit those DMs at It's Claybird or at TSITR Podcast. But I haven't been on there as much as I should be lately, but I'll see it eventually. Wow. Just rambled for 10 minutes about not wearing deodorant. So that's kind of where my life is right now. Not wearing deodorant. And this is another thing. I feel like I've talked about this though before. I still don't have anything in my apartment. I have one vintage chair. And I got all psyched up. I was like, "Oh, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I'm going to get like a whole set." And I just didn't. Oh yeah, Black Friday and Thanksgiving. This was my first Thanksgiving absolutely alone. I have the past 3 years I've been with the crew in Portland. Shout out Phil Becker. He lets because whenever we worked in Portland, everyone was from somewhere else, and none of us went home for Thanksgiving. So Phil, being the OG that he is, he brought us all in, and we had a huge, great, awesome Thanksgiving at his house. And so I've done that every year that I've been away from home, except for this year. So this year, it was straight up just me and Gabby. And, it was kind of weird because I was like, just the thought of like, oh, I could be doing this, or like, oh, my family's doing this, or oh, like I used to do this. That kind of bummed me out. But overall, it wasn't like a big deal because, and I'm not going to go off on a tangent on Thanksgiving, but that holiday is kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we're celebrating stealing this land that we live on. Like I said, I'm not going to go off on a tangent on that. But the whole idea of Thanksgiving is, I don't know, if you want to go deep on it like that, it's kind of a messed up holiday. But you can just use it to be like, hey, I'm using this day to get together with my friends and my family and be thankful for the stuff that I have. Boom. Let's just chalk it up as that. But shout out Bob Evans hooking it up on Thanksgiving. So what I did is I made it a point. I was like, I am not going to work. I may not celebrate Thanksgiving, but I know that I'm not going to work today. I'm not going to answer any emails. I'm not going to put in any imaging. I'm not going to do any blah, 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 blah. And I didn't. Not that I answer my emails anyway. Oh, I don't do that on purpose. I try to. Do I try? The email thing is hard. I need to do better about that. Got to hold myself accountable. But yeah, no. So what I did on Thanksgiving, I slept. I slept until like 2 p.m., which was great. Tony Tiger style. And then I woke up and I was like, man, what am I going to eat? Like, I knew that I wasn't going to cook. Like, I could have made like green bean casserole, got some like box stuffing, this and that. I was like, no, man, because then I'm just going to spend the whole second half of my day cooking and not get to eat until like 9 or 10. And it's just going to be whack. So I started looking online, and this place, Bob Evans, is open on Thanksgiving, and they're doing like the whole spread. They got like turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, all of it. And I was like, boom, baby. So I called them up and ordered like this family pack meal. It's like, it feeds anywhere from like 2 to 4 people. So I ordered that thing up. I'm getting ready to go get it. And they call me back and they're like, oh, hey, sorry. Just wanted to let you know that just for today, we're not offering the family style deal like that. And I didn't say anything, but in my head, I was like, on Thanksgiving, you're not doing the family style Thanksgiving turkey dinner. Do you want to explain that to me? But I didn't I was already in a mindset. I was like, I just knew that conversation, like me asking that and then them explaining it to me, it wasn't going to change anything. So I was just like, okay, well then do you guys offer the single turkey dinners? And they said, yeah. I said, okay, let me get 2 of those. And it's the same amount of food as the family style. So I ordered 2 and I wound up saving $5 on the deal. And I got 2 extra sides. So whatever. I don't get your reasoning behind that, Bob Evans, but either way, it was dope. It was amazing. Had a few brewskis as well. Did I get wine? I think I bought. No. Oh my God. I can't remember. Well, anyway, I bought some alcohol and I had a nice little turkey day by myself. Threw Gabby a couple of pieces of turkey. So it was good. And then, like I said, had plans to go get furniture and all this stuff that I need on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and just didn't. That's okay. We'll do it. We'll do it slowly but surely. Who's Shirley? I don't know. I think I'm done. How long is this? 16 minutes? Wow. That's a light one for taking off there 3-4 weeks, Clay. You don't have anything to say after a month hiatus? Get it together, buddy. I'm going to try my best to be more consistent. I am filming this podcast, so hopefully I'll have a video up, depending on how tired I am. Yeah, but that's where we're at. I'm not wearing deodorant, and I don't have any furniture. So basically a freaking loser. No, I'm not a loser. We don't participate in the self-deprecating language. Self-deprecating behavior is a totally different thing, though. But not the language. No, we're taking care of ourselves. We're doing good. We're staying hydrated, and we're sweating through all of our shirts. I'll be back next week. I love you.